Hello everyone, you guys are watching Snack Chats, and we are going to be talking about the new Steven Universe Future miniseries.
The thing that keeps my file box running.
Surprisingly, they start off with 4 brand new episodes.
Yeah! Alright, so what are the names?
The episodes that we'll be talking about are Little Homeschool, Guidance, Rosebuds, and Volleyball. I guess just to get this conversation rolling, we can start talking about Little Homeschool.
Okay.
This episode sort of starts out as, just a recap of what's been going on, where characters are at, sort of follows up from the movie, etc., etc.
And that whole, corrupted port soldier was just sort of like a past way of,
the fish out of water, just to sort of re-explain everything in a more natural way.
I did sort of like the theory that, maybe that was the original Rose Quartz or something and stuff, but, it's whatever. I think she's just going to be a one-off for the episode, never really seen again except for the background.
The big thing this time is that we get to see what Jasper's been up to.
Woo!
And she's just been sort of a hermit, living right outside of Beach City.
Ready to beat up everything because World War II, Vietnam, Nam is done. Nam is done. Grandma.
God, we get it. All your friends died in the war. Get over it.
Now come to school right now, young lady.
Why does she even stay on Earth? Because, transportation exists.
Well, there's nothing elsewhere.
I'm sure she still has a job at Homeworld.
But what job would it be?
Giving out firm handshakes.
Because even, Yellow and
Well, if Earth, pisses her off so much, why is she even staying there? Why not terrorize another planet?
Because, remember, it's like in Rosebuds, getting a little bit ahead, but the thing is that you can't give them jobs too far from their original purpose, so you can't stray them far away from their original homeworld, am I right? So, yeah, I felt like Little Homeschool was a very nice, little collection of things, and also, just in general, the jokes were off the chain. I was laughing out loud.
The jokes were off the chain.
Off the chain.
What era is this?
Era 3.
Shut up. Anyway. And the episode concludes with Steven being like, okay, 1v1 me. 1v1 me, bro. I'm ripped. Prison rules, no camp kills. I'll fuck you up.
Wanna say that again? You wanna repeat that? You fucking prick? Huh? You wanna fucking start something? Come on, let's go. 3-on-3, red versus blue, no camp kills. I'll you up.
Just calm down. But the thing is that, I don't know, I've seen some other people talk about, how Jasper didn't want to fight Steven until Steven agreed to the fight. And I'm just yeah, that is pretty interesting. Whereas just, I think Jasper's so conflicted because it's both the person she admired yet despised at the same time.
And then Jasper's like, not my present. Not my diamond.
Go away, you identity crisis.
And the thing that this episode sets up is the new Pink Steven form, which is sort of a form that happens when he has high emotions, especially relating to his mom. His
mumdola. But yeah, just
his gondola.
But yeah, it just seems like it's going to be oh, this is just more of he's now actually getting the full power of Pink Diamond and is now having to deal with
and discovering more of the destructive power of the diamonds,
which was the original problem of Pink Diamonds that we find out later.
Yeah, and the whole Pink Steven relation sort of carries over to both Guidance and Volleyball. I forget if Pink Steven was in Rosebuds off the top of my head.
Rosebuds, was that the one about the whole
the Rose Quartz coming back? Anyway, let's start talking about the second episode, Guidance. Probably the funniest episode out of the 4.
Yeah, it was just oh my god, I love the ice gem. What's the name?
I forget. We'll put the name up on screen.
But dude, everyone loves the joke that she loves screams. And then just she loves laughter because it sounds like screams.
Would this be considered like a Townie episode?
It's a new Townie episode, but it's so much more like funny because there is a lot of context to the main story. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So the premise is Amethyst has been helping a lot of the gems find jobs around Beach City, but Steven's like, no, I don't want them to have jobs that relate to their abilities. We're not a dictatorship. I'm gonna tell them what to do now.
Well, he didn't really tell them. He was just like, hey, how about you try this?
How about you do this right now?
How about you do this?
Do it right now.
You either do it now or you're going to be subjected to your own pleasures and thoughts. But regardless, he didn't really like force them into it. They were just like, okay, the great Steven thinks this is a good idea.
My dictator told me to do it, so the hands are tied.
Yeah, I mean, if you ever work in any type of space, like let's just say it's like your district manager, if they ask you to do something, it's really an order.
So yeah, a lot of the jokes just come from just the absurdity of how gems are trying to deal with human life.
And dude, it was just too funny.
Plus Pink Steven returns, and so does Smoky Quartz.
And they intentionally forgot Onion, let's just be honest.
I think Onion is indestructible because that roller coaster exploded at the end. I was expecting a body.
Oh no, we forgot Onion!
He's fine.
Just a short, sweet episode, really funny.
I also just noticed right now that Steven sort of has these jokes where he starts off like really worried and then he goes into the realization, yeah, that would totally happen.
Hey, he's just sick of this shit. Empathy is starting to fall off the table for him.
Yeah, but at least he still has the initial reaction.
Anyway, let's talk about the next episode, Rosebuds, which follows up both the Zoomans and the Famethysts. Apparently now the Zoomans are just running the space station.
They're just
along with the Amethysts.
They're just basically a party ship.
Yeah, they're just sort of a cruise.
I'm so surprised that you can just basically... They even say it where, like, all of the Zoomans are Greg's exes. And dude, it's just so funny. Like, I'm surprised that Greg doesn't want... Like, I understand that he ran away from all the rose quartzes.
I mean, you can bounce back, dude.
They're all right there just waiting. Do you not want another child?
I guess just to say that all the bubbled quartz from the previous zoo arc finally got released, and the whole conflict of the episode is that having a bunch of rose quartz that look like your dead relative is really awkward.
Yeah, I mean, I would feel pretty awkward about it, especially since they...
Like, one of them looks exactly like the Rose that they knew.
And is sort of has the same level of consciousness as that original Rose.
Yeah.
Like, just basically on point. Like, I would be surprised. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if she could actually duel with Steven right now. And actually win.
So yeah, everyone's uncomfortable at the end.
I'm surprised that Steven was sort of uncomfortable about it because he only has a picture to go off of in a video.
Well, don't you remember he had that interaction with the room? Not the Tommy Wiseau film, but Rose's room.
Yeah, but still, that doesn't mean that... Like, I don't know, I just feel like he'd be more like, wow, I sort of get to learn about mom in this way. It's sort of awkward, but at the same time, it's not. I don't know. I feel like it's more obvious that it's like this isn't like a real thing, but I feel like Pearl and Amethyst definitely reacted in a way that they should have, while Garnet, she did act pretty stoic, but I still feel like she would have held more ground.
It's a really awkward situation.
Yeah, so like it just...
Like, just imagine someone you knew that passed away, and there's like a carbon copy that comes into your life.
Yeah, like literally copied from that person, basically their children that look exactly like them, for the purpose of looking like them.
It's another comedy-driven episode with a bit of heart, especially at the end where Steven and the Quartz realize that, hey, we don't have to be awkward because technically we're all from the same person.
We're all sisters, but you're a boy. We're all sisters.
And I guess the final episode of the 4 is Volleyball.
Which is the best one, in my opinion.
I guess the title sort of throws you off what it's actually going to be about, because the title and some promo images make you think that, oh, this is just going to be more of a lighthearted, like, yeah, gems are playing volleyball. But then Pink Pearl comes and everything goes to shit.
Well, honestly, when I saw the rubies being healed and everything, I instantly thought Pearl. And then Pearl came on, and I'm just like, yeah, I can see where this is going now.
So Pink Pearl, I'm not gonna call her Volleyball, that's kind of a stupid name.
It really is.
I refuse to call her Volleyball out of spite for Rebecca Sugar.
I think she actually intentionally did that just because it was a very stressful situation and they just needed something to differentiate them, and it literally hit him in the head.
So after Pink Pearl shows up, she's like, hey, can you fix this? My face. And then
I just like to see, like, I've already gone to that Pearl Penitentiary place where they're created, and they said that I'm all fine, but, you know, just, I want to see.
At first I thought the whole crack on her face was like a form of corruption, just a lesser form, like where she doesn't really turn into a monster, but that's just sort of like how all the amethysts have horns after corruption. I thought that that was a sort of minor form of corruption from like White Diamond or some shit. But apparently it was Pink Diamond who gave her that crack because she yelled really loud. And seeing what Pink Steven can do, that makes sense. Anyway, since Steven's healing powers doesn't seem to do a thing, they decide to go to a specially made Pearl Operation Center where you can customize your pearls and give them the most latest accessories.
Do we get Pearl Form 4?
I'm waiting for the Ami Pearl, the pearl that is compatible with the latest Diamond Tendo games.
Diamond Tendo?
I don't know. Do you think if the gems had their own form of Nintendo, the president would be Reggie Steele?
I don't know, but can we get one published by Sega?
No.
Why?
No Sega.
No.
I can't think of a pun for Dreamcast that's like a jewel, because I was gonna say Homeworld tried the whole Sega thing, but the Gem Dreamcast failed.
The Gemcast.
The Diamond Cast, I don't know.
I mean, maybe the Pearl Cast, because then there's like the two Pearl. I don't know. It's going too far.
Anyway, stuff happens. Steven yells, Pearl fuse. That's what happens in the episode.
Obviously, Snack Vic over here didn't have too much of an emotional attachment to.
So pretty much they fuse off of the reconciliation that they both know a different side of Pink Diamond.
Pink Pearl knows about the premature side that was never going to change and also was very temper tantry, while our Pearl is more like, oh, she was definitely changing because she got Pink Pearl not only taken away but permanently damaged.
Well, I think the reason why our Pearl knows that she wanted to change was because, you know, she saw the beauty of the earth, she wanted to fight for the earth,
yeah,
etc., etc. She wants to take care of something that's bigger than herself.
Yeah, that too. But legit, just, it really answered a lot of questions, which is what this whole series is about, and I can see how Steven Universe Future is definitely just an epilogue series to wrap everything up, because it was sort of like bing bang boom, answer answer answer, joke joke joke.
What did you think of the Pearl fusion?
I thought it was very nice.
It felt very royal. I think it might be a reference to that revolutionary girl Utena or whatever that anime's called.
It also felt like this was the squire that has all the answers and sometimes even like coerces the king or queen to make a different decision other than their own.
I don't know. When I saw the design, it felt very prince-like.
That too.
Very royal, very upper class.
Didn't need someone to lean back on, look up to, or anything.
Do you think that at the end, where they're sort of seen together, do you think that hints at them being a couple?
I feel like they'll definitely be together till the end of their days. But then again, it would be sort of off of more of a toxic type of a thing, because because other than their connection to Pink, I feel like their chemistry doesn't really mesh well enough to do that.
I don't know. There'll probably be a couple.
They probably will, just for
Bet on it.
Just for the epilogue, they might. But the thing is that really it would be more just them together due to trauma than actual like personalities meshing well.
Well, I think at the end, because of the fact that they fused, that's sort of a reconciliation on their views. Well, you need to have like a really strong connection to fuse unless you're the same type of gem.
That is true, but like I said, it's trauma based, not personality based.
I don't know. Also, at the end, they didn't show Pink Pearl's cracked eye, so we have no idea if she was healed or not.
Yeah, which I call bullcrap. Give me that answer.
I guess final thoughts. What did you think of these 4 episodes?
I thought they were amazing. The Volleyball Pearl episode was definitely like the one that hit home the most. I do see how people could say that Little Homeschool is their favorite due to like maybe they sort of want to see where this whole Jasper with Steven relationship is going, for like it was originally seen as purely toxic, but this seems more like maybe this is how Steven will actually figure out how to use that anger and over emotional power.
Yeah, Jasper didn't really end up being a villain like a lot of people speculated.
It wasn't even really speculation, it's just that she's in the villain card of the intro, so as such she could still become a villain. It's just that would be more complicated now.
I don't know. I do think so far the series has its best foot forward. These 4 episodes really showed off what they want to do with Steven Universe Future. They want to tie up all the loose ends, but still give us fun adventures with the gems. Where do you think the series is going to go on from here?
I feel like the main focus is on Steven learning how to control the full Pink power. Like right now in these 4 episodes, he's not at full Pink power, but by the end of the epilogue series, it's not going to get any easier or better.
Well, I do think it was interesting how they introduced it, because like in the little homeworld and guidance, they showed the positives of this power. Like with the Pink power, he was able to throw hands with Jasper, while in guidance, it gave them the ability to travel really fast and save the day. But on the other hand, in later episodes, it shows the negatives of it, like how he can fly off the chain and how his emotions go wild, causing damage.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. It's just that it won't be easy for him to actually realize the benefits of it, as well as how to control it. In Steven Universe Original, he had all the time and patience in the world because no one really knew he existed. But now that everyone knows him and like what he did, now everything has to be decided in a snap.
Yeah.
Everything needs to be fixed in a snap, and if it doesn't, then it's all over. So I really feel like it's going on about how adulthood is more like that, where you don't have time to think about your decisions. You just have to do it, commit to it, and whatever happens after that, it can either go badly or it can go good.
Hey, just to interject, since the 2 newest episodes premiered while editing this, we decided just to give our quick thoughts on Bluebird and a very special episode. Anyway, just to go over Bluebird real quick. It's alright. I mean, it was kind of a cliche plotline. One character knows that another character is obviously bad, but everyone's like, oh, they're fine, they're cool. Until at the end where, I was bad all along.
I would say it was the weakest of them, but that doesn't mean that it's bad. It's a lot better than any other show's like worst. The moment where Pearl just lays it down real with Steven was just like, you allow like everyone that wants to murder us into this household. And how we like celebrate those for like the past 2 years, and the worst we got is Spinel. I think we're fine.
As long as everyone can be redeemed, even if they tried to kill you, except people who are like asshole teenagers, they are irredeemable. Also, R.I.P. Greg's hair.
Yep. Oh my god, I fell for him and everything. A lot of people thought it was like awkward that I've been seeing on like the YouTubes, but I'm just like, that is his hair. That is his luscious locks that he just lost.
Now he looks like Danny DeVito.
No. No. But yeah, that was terrible. How dare you, Bluebird, for making him do that.
I guess I would also like to add that the design of Bluebird themselves is very kind of nightmarish.
It's because it's a toxic relationship. As such, they don't really put too much focus into it. But not only that, something I noticed after watching other people like do an analysis on it, I was wondering why Bluebird was offering food to Steven in a malicious way. And then I find out, oh, that's actually like the most common allergenic foods, and it would be like hoping that he's allergic to peanuts, grass, etc. I don't know, just thought that was like something that is very easily confusingly missed.
I don't know, at the end of the day, I thought it would have been a better fusion if they brought back Navy.
Yeah, I mean, Navy, well, I mean, I guess.
Because they have, like, similar personalities.
I guess, but the thing is that it's like people who tried to murder Steven, not really like using Steven.
Anyway, let's transition to a very special episode.
Now, this was the funniest episode yet.
A lot of people were wondering what the heck they're gonna do with this one, because whenever old sitcoms use the term a very special episode, it would refer to like a really heavy topic.
Yeah, but then there's other people who read the description of it, and then it's just like, oh, well, we find out how Pink led a double life, like how she was possibly in two places at the same time as Rose Quartz and Pink. Nope.
If you think she could be in two places at once, wouldn't you think she would have stabbed herself instead of throwing Pearl under the bus?
Yeah, that's very true. But still, it would have been neat to find out if, like, Pink had, like, some duplicating powers, like how Hollow Pearl is a thing, but maybe Pink, because she's a diamond, can do something more realistic.
Yeah, but like Joey said, this is definitely one of the funniest episodes yet. From Pearl freakouts to Garnet being extremely blunt about how you can die.
Which I think was sort of an exaggeration of Garnet, but let's just go off with this as a townie episode and we don't care.
Well, don't you remember in like Future Vision where she told Steven how he was gonna die left and right?
Yeah, but she learned from that. That actually sort of revokes the whole message of that episode that like she didn't learn.
It's comedy, hun. Shut up.
Comedy.
Plus, we gotta see a lot more Sunstone and Rainbow Quartz 2.0, which we haven't seen in a while.
We got Mary Poppins and Tony the Tiger.
Always recycle. To the extreme! Busted!
So yeah, overall thoughts, Bluebird was alright episode. I do feel like Bluebird's gonna be coming back on and off throughout the series.
Bluebird just seems really annoying when, like, do you remember when Aquamarine was actually first introduced? Like, she was threatening with that wand. Like, I understand that, like, your weapons are revoked and that's technically a weapon, but my god, was she just, like, intimidating. Now that she's fused with a ruby, it's like, oh, just a pushover, an annoyance.
Yeah, thank you again for watching. For now, we won't be doing this like on a weekly basis, but like the next time a handful of episodes come out, we'll probably do this again. So please like, subscribe, comment, anything helps. Good night, good morning, whatever. And thank you again for watching Snack Chats.
Please leave your comments on what you thought about these 4 episodes. We'll respond and everything to your opinions, and maybe we'll even get into a discussion about it. I'll be the one commenting, so can't wait to see you then.
Later.
Later.
It's only magic. Isn't it amazing when you know? Every second that you see is 24 connected pieces. Thank you for coming. Thank you for staying.